technicality, no damn boo over.
Hello, welcome to the 11th edition.
This is episode 1. Weekend review.
Or how should I introduce it as edition 1?
Personally, I think
the 11th edition.
I would say episode 1 of season 2. So we can do this is 2.1. This is weekend review 2.1.
I like to say edition though.
This is the 2.1 edition of
the 2.1st edition.
The 21st edition of.
Wait, this is the 21st edition?
This is the 21st century.
How many episodes have we had?
Well, you know how like Abacus works? Like you can use decimals to represent different placeholders for numbers, and then you can multiply it by a factor of 10 to get to the actual number you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it works like that. So you say this is the 21st edition of Weekend Review, but it's still 2.1, you just move the decimal over.
You lost me.
You remember that joke you had about math, about how math is like language, but you don't want to learn another language or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's like that. It's like
so it's like my joke.
It's like your joke. If you can remember that joke that you wrote that was an expression of a thought that you had, that you made up.
I still don't get it.
Well, you'll have to see the footnotes later.
Well, I've been to the doctor today. Oh, I'm Jake Cook.
But he ain't no chef. But apparently he is a patient of a doctor. And I'm Kenneth Pereira.
But he ain't no fish.
No, I'm not.
And I had to go to the doctor because of I was experiencing fatigue.
Fatigue.
And fatigue is how it's spelled.
Yes.
And I had swollen lymph nodes.
No, you said big balls, dude.
The lymph nodes are not your balls. I'm talking
okay.
about these things, like little phalanges underneath your chin.
Oh, yeah.
I guess they are balls of sorts, but they're not like...
Balls of swords?
They're not like your... Balls of Swords. That's like
that's a great
the newest George R.R. Martin novel.
That's the one I saw at Publix anyway. It's $13.99 right now.
Wait till I like to wait till the paperback comes out.
Yeah, me too. But then you have to go to CVS to get that because Publix is all about the hardbacks.
I had to go to CVS today to bring it back to the topic at hand.
Right. Because
I had to get some antibiotics.
What is it? Dioxycycline, amoxicillin, penicillin? What kind of cyllin you working with?
It's amoxicillin.
Nice. That's a good cyllin.
And they're big old pink horse pills. And
anally insert into
your boy
cavity.
That's not what it says.
That's gross. So you have to sit on these pills.
Hey, if I was gonna do that, I would just shove all of them up my ass at the same time and get it over with.
Yeah. Because everyone knows that getting healthy is just like completing a puzzle. You can do it as fast as you want, and there's no consequences for staying up all night.
They make me feel kind of nauseous.
So it says
I had to look up...
eat with food.
I looked up on Google, how do you know if you're allergic to amoxicillin? Well, first what I looked up was antibiotics. Why do you need a prescription for them?
I know why.
Well, what I found out is that it's because if you're allergic to the antibiotics, you could go into anaphylactic shock and die. But them testing me to see if I was allergic to it just involved the doctor asking me like 3 times. I don't know what I'm fucking... How do I know if I'm allergic to amoxicillin? Well, she was just like, are you allergic to anything? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay. Are you sure? I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I'm allergic to anything. So like, to your knowledge, you're not allergic to anything? No. And then she asked me one more time before she walked out. Yeah. And then just wrote me a prescription for this shit that potentially could have killed me if I was allergic to it. Yeah. So I took one, and I started to feel like, I don't know. Well, first of all, I opened the bottle and spilled them all over the floor.
Good, so they're contaminated. That's good. That's a good start for an antibiotic.
And then like I my stomach started to feel really weird.
You are supposed to eat them with food.
Felt like a shortness of breath, So
panic attack.
I looked up how do you know if you're allergic to amoxicillin.
Right.
And what was I talking about?
Well, the end of that sentence is, how do you know if you're allergic to amoxicillin because you died while reading this sentence? Because anaphylactic shock is very quick. So if you're allergic to it, it's like if it's in your system and you're like really badly allergic to it, you can't breathe. And if you're by yourself, you're definitely going to die.
What is anaphylactic shock, though?
I don't know if it's a specific... I think it's a general condition that's caused by anyone who's allergic to anything. Like, you remember people at our high school, like there was a guy from India. He had to carry on an EpiPen all the time because he was allergic to bees. And so, like, if a bee ever stung him and he wasn't able to get to his EpiPen in time, his throat would close up and he would just die. and like because you have to be really quick to get those like steroids into your body so that it can counteract all of the other things that are making your body constrict. Look at that kid. This picture of anaphylaxis on
kid?
No, he's not dead, but he's obviously touched his eyes. I don't know what he's allergic to in this.
Well, it's just like that episode of Malcolm in the Middle where he tries to dry his tears with the poison ivy.
That's a smart kid. That's why they won an Emmy for that.
He thought he was smart.
Yeah,
that's kind of the crux of the show.
That's the running joke.
He thought very highly of himself.
Yeah.
But like I guess anaphylaxis. Well, this is turning into like a medical talk with Jake and Kenneth over
Dr. Pereiro actually, and Dr. Cook.
I'd rather be a nurse. I'm more comfortable.
Welcome back to Medical Talk with Nurse Cook and Dr. Pereiro. We talk about your maladies, your average fatigues.
Yes, doctor. Do you need anything?
I'm gonna need
the nurse.
I'm gonna need 10 cc's of gauze stat.
Right away, doctor.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, nice dress.
Oh, thank you.
The missus is out later. Just thought you might want to know.
You're saucy today.
Well, I'm a bit sauced.
I want to get drunk with you later.
Get drunk with me now. I'm already there.
Let's get drunk and have sex, because you're the doctor, not the nurse.
I'm waiting on you. I'm already drunk, as I said. I'm up for it. I'm disinhibited. I'm disinhibited. Sorry. I drank a lot. Did I mention that?
Yes, doctor.
All right. Thanks, nurse. That'll be all.
Ding. But I have pharyngitis.
Aw.
Which is
a first world disease.
Yeah, I don't know if it affects people in third world countries or not.
No.
It's not for me to say.
They don't have time. They're dying of malaria. They don't have time to get pharyngitis. It's a disease of luxury. It's from making out too much, basically. It's like, or having someone's genitals in your mouth. It's just like...
No way.
Oh.
You're going to tell me that's what this is from?
Yeah, man. Another reason not to go downtown when the missus comes a knocking.
There's so many reasons.
There's so many reasons, and pharyngitis is a great one to be able to select from.
I don't know.
It's a good reason to buy a vibrator, to gift said vibrator, and then to retire said mouth. Put it away. Just put it away. Put it behind bars. Get braces again. With the rubber bands that are so tight you can't even open your mouth.
This is stressing me out the way this is going. Talking about pussy eating.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that at all.
Oh, you're talking about dick sucking.
Yeah. Why do you always got to make this so heteronormative? You're so presumptuous. You know Chuck Palahniuk.
He's a true arbiter of our times.
He is definitely an arbiter. He is the great decider. The L. Ron Hubbard of our age.
Man, I fucking forgot what I was talking about. Look, let's have a cathartic moment. This is season 2, man. Let's just break through right now.
The 21st edition.
Let's just have a cathartic moment, because I'm sick of, like, I want to think about the show in a different way.
Yeah, it's got to change.
In a different way.
Yeah.
It's making me tense, and it's making me not be good on the show, because I'm thinking so much about what I should say on the show. I'm trying too hard to be funny, and I listen back to it, and I feel like a fucking idiot.
I can't even listen.
I'm like, I should have just been myself.
Should have put your yarmulke on, stand in the corner, bite your tongue. Just bite it.
I want this to be a different kind of show. I want it to be more personal. Let's draw it back in.
Let's get to know the real Jake and the real Kenneth.
So, like, the show's called Weekend Review. I think I brought this up on the show before.
I think I've heard of the concept. Yeah, I think I might be familiar with it.
But we never ask each other, how was your weekend?
Yeah, we don't. And you know what? We should, because we're going in this new direction now. I don't even give a shit what anyone has to say. My week so far, has been fucking great.
Hell yeah, bro.
If Doug Benson was here, he'd be telling you I had the best week ever.
Doug Benson?
If he was here.
Is he the host of that show? He
was a guest. It had no definite host. I mean, it was like a variety show kind of thing. Not variety, but it was like a panel show. Although I guess they talked to each of them separately.
Are you talking about the show...
Best week ever.
Every show on VH1 is like that.
Yeah, now it is, but that was like
it costs like $2 to produce.
Yeah, maybe on like in a downed economy. It costs like 85 cents on like the Ruby to produce.
You didn't mean rupee?
Ruby. I don't know. I'm talking about the Zelda currency. Are you talking about the currency for India?
I've never been to India, so I wouldn't know.
Neither have I.
All I'm trying to say, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get real and personal, all right?
Okay.
I got pharyngitis.
And you're smoking a cigarette right now.
And, well, you're wearing a mask?
Yeah, I brought a mask.
Why?
Because it had been portuned that you were sick. I had received prior knowledge from my guardian angel about the fact. In my card readings this morning, my sister, she made aware that the spirits and the celestial bodies were aligning such that explicitly my podcast mate would come down with pharyngitis and he would still smoke even though he's sick. And so it might be a good idea for me to bring a mask.
I am not sick, man. I have pharyngitis, okay? Pharyngitis. It's not sick. I mean, being sick is when, like, you throw up and stuff.
Wow. I mean, I've had this philosophy for a long time. You know, I don't like to refute people when they're so obviously wrong because I think their own self-refutation. But as I sit here in my mask and having recently done a bit where I played a doctor, I feel a little self-important. So I'm going to have to tell you, my friend, buddy, you're wrong.
I'm the only one. I'm here with no mask, man. I'm 24/7. I'm just Jake Cook.
Well, you're trying
no mask.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have an emotional breakthrough right now.
Wow. You don't try to do that too hard. It's not laundry day yet, so Jake, don't shit your pants now.
We can review. Anyway, so I'm sorry I'm a little out of it, is all I was trying to say.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I think even though this is the 21st edition of Weekend Review, I think it's okay that, you know, if you just don't feel... I mean, this is a moment in history. This is, like what you said, you're trying to capture, like, a real conversation. You want us to be, like, more... Like, the change you want to see is just, like, a more natural flowing conversation. And so, like, if that's the way you feel this week, that's fine. Just embrace it. Live it. Love it. Learn it. Damn it.
I think I agree with you, you know. Just gotta be myself and just talk, you know.
Yeah, just be yourself. If you're feeling a little tired, take a little nap. It's okay. I can run the show. I've got practice. You know, I've got so much material. I had to create other shows.
Yeah, that's so how did Territories come about?
Well, it's very interesting.
Your new show.
Yeah, well, the new show Territories. I was going for walks with Lindsay Glass. You could find her on the show. And
what else does she do? How do you know her?
I actually met her through Molt, my first podcast.
Yeah.
She found out about that through Tumblr, I guess, somehow, and then she got in contact with me. And so we met through that, and then started, like, we went for, like, one walk once, maybe 2 years ago, and then didn't really see each other for about 2 years. But we went for, like, a 13-hour walk, so it was, like, a pretty big impression for having just met someone. So it was, like,
yeah.
I don't know, I felt like I spent, like, 13 days worth of, like, quality time with her.
What did you talk about?
Dude, it ran the gamut, man. It was like there was nothing off topic. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, we literally had 13 hours of conversation. And
did she go to Georgia State or, like...
She went to Barry.
Barry?
Yeah.
Did she know Alex Milton?
Middleton? Milton?
Or Brittany?
Yeah, she knows both of them. I mean, Barry's a pretty small college community. My impression is that everyone knows everyone. Which, if that's not Gossip City,
come on,
I can only imagine. It'd be like,
let's just say word gets around.
You see Laura going back to the dorms at 3 a.m. and you know she's dating Brad, and you're like, oh my fucking god.
Walk of shame.
Yeah, everyone.
Walk of shame.
Hey guys, Laura's going down. She's going back to her apartment.
Oh, she said having the walk of shame.
Walk of shame.
Walk of shame.
Hey Laura.
Walk of flock of flame.
How's Brad?
What was Brad like when you were fucking him?
Dude, don't say that.
Oh, sorry, man.
Dude, they were just making out. This isn't that kind of place, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that we're Mormons.
Idiot. God, you were such a fucker.
But look, our parents have sex all the time. Like, I have, like, 15 brothers.
Dude, that's sanctimony, dude. That's
weird that we only had brothers. I mean, I remember my mom being pregnant, and then she gave birth, and then... Well, she was supposed to give birth, and...
Didn't you ever
she would just come back home and just be like, you know, the baby's dead. I only had brothers. Every time she had a girl, it died.
Well, don't you know that's the biggest similarity between Mormons and Chinese people? We tend to have male babies, and the weaker species that we have, sometimes procured from our loins, those don't usually make it No biggie. They're not supposed to be there. All brothers, all bros. Get used to it.
Definitely no biggie.
Hey, get tough, brother.
That's the motto.
No, that's my new tattoo. I was asking, what do you think, man? It's on my chest. It goes all the way over to my arm because I didn't realize how big the words are going to be. So, like, the last ER, they're on my bicep, brother. So it's like, get tough, broth. Get tough, broth.
How you like my tattoo? It says, get her did. Because, like, I feel like...
Is that a sexual kind of thing again, man?
No, it's not a sexual thing. It's just, like, get her did. Because, like, I feel like all the stuff that I did in my life, I always say get her done. And then at this point, I can just say I get her did. Or I guess I should say I got her did.
Get her did.
It's a typo.
Hey, man, you know what I always say? No regrets. Just go into life with no regrets.
Speaking of tattoos, I'm watching this show here. Have you ever seen this?
I have seen Ink Master. I haven't seen season 2 because season 1 was so abysmally stupid, but Erica and I did binge watch it one day. It was like the worst show I've ever seen, but it was like fascinating.
It's really bad.
Have you seen Sommelier?
What's that?
It's a movie on Netflix as well. Jeez, that lady's got some boobs going on.
She's one of the artists.
Is she?
I guess. If I just had...
color in the rows, no color in the banners, and not much color in the stem, feeling that something's wrong with it. There's not a lot of flow. It's a big patch of cover, kind of unfinished, no attachment to anything. I'm not.
The way the guys critique, the way these tattoo artists critique everything is
They're
so
such
arbitrary,
assholes, yeah.
and they hate everything.
Well,
that everybody does.
It's like for their whole lives, they were probably told how stupid they were for being tattoo artists, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, cool! You get to ruin people's lives, huh? They pay you for it, huh?"
And now they get the opportunity to tear down other aspiring artists.
They're probably just repeating stuff they've always heard from like straight people who don't have tattoos. So it's like, yeah, it looks a little crappy. I don't know if I'd want to have it on my body for the rest of my life.
You think they ever like mess up and say stuff like, and I'm ashamed to call you my son. Sorry.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my God, who am I? Who am I? What do I become? You know?
Yeah, they probably had to cut that part out. But yeah, I bet that happens at least once in every episode since is Dave Navarro still on the show?
Yeah, he's the host.
Does he even have tattoos? Okay, he does. He's got like some jellyfish or something.
He's got a bunch of tattoos.
He's like, my name is Dave Navarro. I want to welcome you to Ink Masters.
He's kind of a likable douchebag, right? It's kind of like everything he does is douchey, but for some reason I like him a little bit.
Well, I mean, come on. He dated Carmen Electra.
I mean, yeah.
He gets immediate bro points for that.
Man, he gets bro points to the sky for just
because he was cool about it too.
For just banging her.
Well, yeah, but he was cool enough to be like, yeah, and you know, me and Carmen work together right now. She's filming a movie right now, and everyone's like, oh shit, I know what that means. And he was cool with it because he did too.
Yeah.
It's like usually someone that hot, you always have to worry that they're fucking somebody, but it might be a relief to know that they are.
Well, she didn't do porn.
Yeah, she did porn. I'll show you
common misconception.
No, she did porn. I've seen her.
She did not do any porn.
Oh my God, are you serious? Are you joking right now?
She was a model.
No, you are incorrect.
You're probably thinking of Pamela Anderson.
No, I know. I think they've actually done material together, but Carmen Electra was definitely. It wasn't hardcore porn, but it was pretty.
Oh, I think she probably did soft. Oh yeah. Wait. She's an American glamour model, actress, television personality, singer, and dancer.
She had like lesbian things and like really nicely produced like Playboy style pornography.
This article is about the model and actress. For the pornographic actress whose stage name is Tara Patrick, see Tara Patrick.
No.
Why did it say that underneath the Carmen Electra one? Oh, okay. Carmen Electra's real name is Tara Patrick. So maybe that's why you got confused.
Oh.
Because Tara Patrick, obviously, we all know her as the pornographic actress and model.
And the front tagline for this one is, the article is about the adult film store for the model actress whose real name is Tara Patrick, see Carmen Electra. I feel like you could keep going back and forth forever, because I'm still not sure who we're supposed to be looking at.
Ain't that some shit?
So wait,
She never did porn. She posed nude in Playboy, but she never did porn.
Well, what about the other girl, Tara Patrick?
Tara Patrick, yeah. You know her?
Tara Patrick, yeah.
Doesn't look anything.
You sound like the guy from Unsolved Mysteries. Tara Patrick, yeah, was an African immigrant from Nigeria.
She's an Asian American. I don't think she's Asian, actually.
She doesn't look Asian.
She's born in Montana.
That doesn't sound very Asian to me.
I don't know. She looks a little Asian.
She looks Asian?
She looks a little Asian.
Okay, well, I'm really confused now. I don't understand.
Well, all I'm saying is Pamela Anderson never did porn.
Wait,
and neither did Carmen Electra.
What do you go to Pamela Anderson?
Pam Anderson didn't do porn either.
Are you going to tell me that they're going to have that same disclaimer? They're like, for the real life person named Pamela Anderson, go to this article.
No, she did. She was like a model too. She was an actress, model, producer, author, activist, and former showgirl. She posed for Playboy, but she never did like video porn. She was in movies where she was naked, but she was not a porn actor.
Wow, I'm so confused.
No, it's just a common misconception. People always think that.
Well, but like as a middle school kid, I feel like I remember seeing bathtub scenes with Carmen Electra and Pamela Anderson.
Nah.
Vividly, I could draw pictures. I could give stage directions. I could recreate it perfectly, even though I'm not a director, just by the mere fact that I've seen it.
You're thinking of Anna Nicole Smith, who did somewhat of softcore porn.
No, I'm not thinking of Anna Nicole Smith.
Dude, I hate to reveal my creepiness by revealing my level of porn knowledge, but I swear Anna Nicole Smith never did like any porn either.
I'm not familiar with her.
Besides softcore porn.
Yeah, well, regardless, that's not my point. I feel like my 6th grade repertoire of porn has just been destroyed. I don't even know if I ever was in 6th grade now. So much revolved around it. Like that was sort of the central, like the center of the wheel, sort of the cornerstone. I'm looking for a specific word. That thing in the middle of the wheel. There's something that you need. That's sort of the keystone.
I thought you were gonna say boner.
You thought I was going to say boner? Well, that's quite a boner thing to think, isn't it? You're the boner.
You're doing more of a British accent. I'm trying to do an Australian accent.
Well, it's good to meet you.
Hey, it's good to meet you too.
Since we're from different countries.
Hey, it reminds me of something, actually.
What does it remind you of?
Well, this thing happened today.
Anyone ever told you you're a bona fide boner?
People do tell me that all the time. And that's alright.
Must be because you're an Aussie.
I guess because I'm an Aussie, people got a negative opinion of us.
Did you say Aussie or Aussie?
Aussie. We say it like Aussie. Like Ozzy Osbourne.
Who?
We don't even know who that is. He hasn't gotten to our country yet.
Oh. How drab.
So never mind.
Okay.
But look at this weird thing.
Okay.
Today, when I was at the doctor's office, I received a friend notification from this guy, Alex Amies, who I didn't know who it was.
This is also the highlight of your day, right? The friend notification.
That was
you can rest easy.
It always makes my heart skip a bit.
Yeah.
And don't even lie and pretend like it doesn't make you feel the same way. You're like, oh my god, somebody wants to be my friend, and don't even pretend that your eyes don't well up with tears just a little bit. And you're like, oh my god, this is like what I've wanted all my life. I just wanted somebody to love me and accept me.
Yeah. So you're telling me that I'm not allowed to pretend it, but if it is my actual conjecture that it's not true, am I allowed to do that? Because I'm not going to pretend something that's not true, but I'm telling you this is in fact not true, so I wouldn't be pretending to tell you that it's not. I'm trying to figure out the semantics.
I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you. Objecture.
But this guy,
yeah,
he added me. My name is Jay Cook.
Sorry, I had to adjust my mask.
My name is Jay Cook.
Is the mask okay?
The mask is good.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to say it one more time. My name is Jay Cook.
But he ain't no chef.
All right. And so he made a status that says, "Good evening, Jake Cooks," and apparently he and proceeded to tag five other people named Jake Cook.
Wow.
And said, "Good evening, Jake Cooks," and then he said, the first Jake Cook said, "Good evening, fellow Jakes." And the other Jake Cook said, "Are we starting up a gang here, mates?"
Nice, got some.
And he said,
"International."
And the other guy said, "We all have great names."
Okay, he might have been a little high when he got this notification.
And that's when I dropped my. That's when I dropped my 2 cents. That's when the real Jake Cook gets all in the mix. It's like, hold the phone because the game is about to be over.
I got this phone held. I'm holding this phone.
Hold the phone because you're gonna have to call it and say the game is over. What I say is
I'm holding this phone
because the other guy, he said we all have great names, and I say a great name indeed.
Oh my god, I got this phone.
And then I say Greetings from Atlanta.
Oh shit! Yo, I'm holding this phone.
Oh shit!
Yo, hey,
shit!
Jake, this phone is really fucking heavy. Can I put this down?
Okay, put the phone down.
Put this phone down.
Put it down.
Put it down. Put it slow.
Because I'm about to put it down.
Put it down.
Because I'm about to say what I just said one more time. I said what I said. What I said. Let's do a rewind. My comment was, great name indeed. Greetings from Atlanta.
I'm holding this phone. I'm holding this phone for you.
The other guy actually makes a better joke.
Oh, shit.
He says, hi, Atlanta, Jake. I'm from Australia, but currently living in England.
Oh, my God. That's a bit weird, this doing.
It's weird, right?
That is weird. Small world.
Any chance you can fix me up with an American Lovely?
Is that slang for heroin? Is that like a single dose of heroin?
I don't know.
How would the Aussie Jake that we actually just heard from, how would he read this? How would it actually be read? Because you read it in the Atlanta accent, and I appreciate that because that's how Atlanta Jake would read what the Australian Jake would write. But I want to know, since you have some insight into this, a Jake connection, if you will. I want to hear how.
Just read that in an Australian accent.
Yes.
Hi, Atlanta Jake. I'm from Australia, but currently living in England. Any chance you could fix me up with an American Lovely?
Oh, so that's what he meant.
Yeah, you see?
The nuance is so deep in that.
And then I said, and then I had another comment. Oh shit! Because hold the phone.
Holding the phone
Hold
over
that
here.
motherfucking
This
phone. Pick the
really
phone back up.
Okay, picking it up.
Pick up the phone one more time, man.
Heavy.
Just do it for me, man. You got to pick up that phone. Psych yourself up and hold it to your ear because the game is about to be over.
I think I'm getting stretch marks.
Come on, just hold it. Just keep holding that phone, motherfucker.
Okay, I'm holding it.
Just keep holding it. Because then I said,
oh, my sphincter.
I said, I'll see what I can do.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
I'm holding this phone.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
All right, you put the phone down now. All right. Do you want to take a minute? Look, the phone is not that heavy, man. It's like 5 or 6 ounces.
You've asked me to hold it so many times during this story.
Don't you bike and stuff all the time like that?
I don't hold phones all the time, smartass. Yes, I bike. That exercises my legs. I don't pick up the phone with my legs, thank you very much. You've seen my arms, they're twigs.
Maybe you should.
I'm a human stick bug.
I mean, how do you...
Human stick bug. I'm a rarity. You treat me like I'm some common animal that can just be picking up phones all the time. You know I have limitations.
How do you talk to people on the phone if you can't hold phones?
I also have lamentations. That's a different story. I had to take my mask off for that because there was a sidebar.
Lamentations?
Lamentations. I lament things. But I also have limitations because I'm a stick human bug. Human stick bug. I'm something out of an Orson Welles novel. Fucking human stink bug, too. I'm also a stink bug.
Tell me about it.
I don't have to. You got a nose.
Yeah.
A nose, dude. I'm so glad I have this mask. Otherwise, I just don't know what I'd do.
I don't know how you live with yourself.
I hardly do. You remember we were talking about suicide earlier?
Oh, were we?
Yeah, we were, briefly.
Oh, before we started rolling.
Yeah, before we started recording. Yeah, this is off mirror.
That's for our other podcast called Before the Show.
Yeah, those episodes usually get deleted by accident.
We always forget to record them.
Well, actually, we're doing something like a Peter Jackson approach, where we record the main series of episodes first, and then we release the prequels after. So everything that was supposed to introduce the thing that you saw first is released out of order. It's like releasing The Hobbit after The Lord of the Rings, you know? It's like, well, fuck, dude, you did this backwards, you know?
It makes sense to me. It just takes a long time to process it.
But it's a shorter book.
And the only recording devices used are our own brains. So we have to wait until they have the technology to bring back past memories. You know? This shows a long time in the works. You see what I'm talking about? It's a heady concept. It's like we're recording the show called The Weekend Review pre-show. But it's just us talking without the microphone being on.
Right.
So we have to wait, until they have the technology to recover people's memories.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get that email. I guess it went to my spam folder. But yeah, no, I understand that now. Because it's sort of like, again, it's the same thing as Star Wars in that case. Because George Lucas was like, well, I can't make a movie about the stuff I'm wanting to make for
for the 4th, 5th, and 6th in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So I'm going to go ahead and make the last 3 because all I got is shit. And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to make Yoda do some backflips. I'll make lightsabers fly around like he's got possessed by spirits. And then I'm going to make some space battles that's going to make you shit your britches. Because that's a smart thing for me to do. And I'm going to monopolize toys for 12 years.
He's really quite an idiot savant.
That was a direct quote from his Time magazine interview from 1978.
Yeah, just his whole way of talking is really fascinating.
Yeah,
that he can even live, you know.
Well, you ever heard Spielberg?
He's a simple rural boy.
Yeah, he is. He's from Georgia.
Spielberg's even worse.
Oh my God.
You know, he made his first movie just by hitting a rock with a hammer.
Really?
Over and over again. He crudely bashed a rock into a film reel, and they put it on. They're like, oh my God, this guy's actually a genius.
Wow. So he really did reinvent the wheel. Like, they weren't joking about that.
You could say so.
His second movie was Jurassic Park too. After that, he's like, now that you've seen what I can do, let me show you the world.
He can't actually speak.
No, he can't, but he can intuit things directly to your brain, and you hear it in whatever accent you're most intimidated by.
He's like the guy from the Green Mile in that respect.
Yeah, like most people these days, they hear Arab people when Steven Spielberg is talking to them, just because Arab terrorism is all in the media. So it's like you hear someone basically like from ISIS telling you something about a cool movie that's coming out, but they're saying it in a way that sounds like they're threatening to kill you.
Give me 1 second, sorry.
Rule number 1 of great podcasting: eat the crunchiest bar candy you can find. Make sure it gets stuck in your teeth, as to improve your enunciation and smell your armpits.
Yeah, so anyway, I was hey, is this thing on? Hey, what's going on here? What is this thing? So anyway, I was what were you saying? Oh, shut up, man.
Do you mind stepping away from the mic a little bit?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Okay. It's really loud. Like this mic is really sensitive.
Oh God.
Okay.
No, this is good.
Wait.
Good fucking candy.
Let's just let's scoot you back a little bit here.
No, I'm all right. I'm fine.
Oh my God.
Hey, what are you doing? A show here?
No.
What is this?
No, we're just trying to clean this room. That's it. We're just here. We got our masks on so that we can.
Wow. Oh, there's some shit stuck in my teeth. Some fucking shit, you know? Some fucking bullshit stuck in my fucking teeth. Poop and farts.
We can review. You know, I don't think I ever finished talking about territories. I just kind of realized that.
We kind of trailed off.
I think we did trail off. I think you know what we did was like we just took we didn't trail off, like we highwayed off, like interstated off, like we went down a very well paved road, and then we're about to again. Oh my God! Hold on.
Whoa.
Get back to territories.
Come on, grab the wheel.
Holy shit! Grab the phone. So territories. So,
I asked you how you met Lindsay. You explained that.
Yeah, through Molt,
and then you took these walks with her where you would have these enlightening conversations.
It's like we can just talk forever. Like, we had a 6.5 hour walk that these first 2 episodes came out of, but we were talking. We had a really deep and like personal conversation for about 4 hours, or maybe 2.5. Maybe that's closer to the truth.
Well,
we're just walking around and we're like really getting into each other's shit, and like just kind of. I don't know. There's not very much judgment. I don't know what it is. If it's like us, if it's us specifically, or maybe it's her as a person. I don't feel the judgment, or like what sort of a thing it is. But it feels very open, like we can talk about anything, which is a cool thing to have with another person, because you never feel like you might be encroaching on some sort of boundary, territories, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like the show is just like it is an opportunity to be like a fly on the wall of a very open and honest conversation. And to me, I actually haven't even listened to them yet, because I've been listening to other podcasts and trying to get more podcasting ideas. But I really want to listen to them because like the conversation was just uninterrupted for so long, and that's what I'm going to promise and hope that Territories becomes. It's just like you can be a fly on the wall during a conversation that's interesting.
Yeah. So you talked about like your families and stuff?
I guess. I mean, I can't really. I mean, I recorded 2 hours of what we talked about, but I can't really tell you what it was. 1, because it's a secret, and I don't tell secrets. And 2, because I don't remember.
Because you were high.
No, not even. Although when I first saw her,
I did feel like I was about to pass out, and like we met at Dancing Goats, which is kind of like our routine at this point.
Oh, right down the street.
Right down the street. Hashtag Dancing Goats.
I've never been there.
But have you ever heard a Dancing Goats commercial?
No.
Dancing Goats. We grind our own coffee. It's really expensive coffee. Why did you buy our coffee? Buy this coffee. We employ graduate students. Build your coffee.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Cool. It's a classic. I think one of the Hanson brothers helped produce it.
Did you know that's Bad Dorf and Bronson's coffee shop?
Their bastard child is what it really is.
I trained there one time. Trained at the Bad Dorf and Bronson Roastery. All right, jealous.
Yeah, everyone wants to know though, were you baked?
Let's just say I was at work.
Did the day end in why?
For me, I'm stoned all the time, man. I'm always really existential. So all of my days end with why, you know?
Oh wow, that's deep.
That's what they call me, Deep in King.
Deep in King. You're Deep in King?
I'm deep in King right now. I've been reading tons of Stephen King.
Carrie.
Carrie what?
Cujo.
Cujo.
Wait, don't you want Hot Joe? No one wants Cujo. You want your Joe to be hot, fresh brewed Joe. You want Cujo.
I got my Cujo, my fresh brewed Joe. It's the beginning of a rap.
It's a pretty good rap beginning. I think that we should probably write that down somewhere because, you know, Slayer's still out there. And I heard that Kerry King is thinking about writing a new album. So.
Kerry King. I wonder if he got his name from the book Carrie by Stephen King.
Oh my God.
Probably, right?
They were like, hey man, what do we call you? And Kerry had just come out and he just read it, but he was kind of embarrassed. He's like, people call me, I suppose they call me Kerry King.
He was an old blues man?
Yeah.
He just learned how to read?
Yeah.
And so, like, he was just looking around the room?
Yeah.
You saw that on the bookshelf? Carrie,
Carrie.
You tell the usual suspect them?
Yeah.
You suspected them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
You never seen Usual Suspects?
I've seen it, but it's kind of strange because I don't understand what you're trying to say about it.
Because, you know, I mean, everybody else that's listening to this knows what I'm talking about. I'm saying.
Maybe I missed it.
The part at the end.
Wait, can we rewind again?
He's like talking about all the stuff on the walls and stuff, and then the detective realizes that these guys are so safe.
Oh, you're trying to ruin the movie for everyone who hasn't seen it yet. That's what you're trying to do. Okay,
this is for the people that have seen it.
Oh yeah, but you didn't give the disclaimer, so now you know what? You're gonna get sued for $50 million by Miramax. Suck it, dude.
Look, Miramax can suck my back. Flax.
I can't believe that you were referencing. I was trying to save everybody, and I gave you an opportunity to not say it again. And now everyone knows how that movie ends. There you go. Kaiser Sose.
It's not even worth seeing.
Oh, that's true.
Come on, that's not like an American classic.
I would not see it twice.
I need to see another movie with a bunch of white dudes, like just like perpetuating the fucking patriarchy,
Hegemony.
carrying around their big ass guns
and their dicks that are large.
No black people. Oh, no black people are allowed, or women.
No,
any woman is just kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Or raped.
Yeah. That's it. That's their only goal. They when they're doing casting calls, they're like, we need a woman to get kicked in the face. We need a rapist woman who gets raped.
Rapist woman who gets raped?
A rapist woman who gets raped, yes, preferably.
There's a comedian that told a joke that was like, killing somebody who kills somebody is stupid.
Okay.
They should have rapists rape the people that kill people, and the killers kill the rapists. Yeah.
But then the killers stay alive. Or the killers should kill each other.
They have to. So it was like the joke. The punchline was like, so every time I think it would stop you from killing somebody or it would stop you from raping somebody if you knew that you had to get raped and then kill somebody. But that's what prison already is.
Prison art?
That's what prison already is.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
That's the,
Yeah. Man.
That's the punchline. I fucked that up, but you get the gist, right?
I get the gist, yeah.
Never had to whip a brick, but I get first.
We can review.
We can review, and
I got there first.
I got
the first.
I have a thing to say.
I have something to say.
I have a thing to say.
Okay, I initiated the race. I said, let's see who gets there first. You pushed the button, and I said, we can review, and then you were like...
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, there's a photo finish, so...
I guess you can go first.
Cool. Mine's brief. As in, like, Haynes, as in, like, Fruit of the Loom, as in Michael Jordan, as in Chicago Bulls, as in number 23. Excuse me, yeah, but number 1, yeah, Penny Hardaway.
Shout out to Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, R.I.P.
Yeah. One of the best basketball players of all time.
Of all time.
In my opinion.
In all opinion. In fact. In fact, with Jake Cook.
Maybe for me, but for me...
Larry David, hands down. Best comic ever. And, you know, he's pretty good. I just don't... What's the big deal?
Oh, well, see, the problem is... What? You should be on our show, man.
Larry David? Well...
What is a broken microphone? Who cares?
Yeah, that sounds just like him. Yeah, let's just go ahead before I start my story, and... this is an open invitation to Larry David. He's not the only person that we've extended the red carpet to, but he is the first person of season 2, and I think that's important. We have deliberately to debate the fact that we will decide something dubiously deciduous, and that is going to be that Larry David is our first official invitee of 2015 season 2, edition 21 of Weekend Review.
If and when you're listening to this, Mr. David.
So that means probably late Tuesday night, tomorrow night.
He's quite a fan.
He is quite a fan. He's got the subscription set to automatic, so there's no manual thumbing down here. He's as soon as that episode drops, he gets it.
I gotta tell you, I just love you guys. I love your show. I love your show.
People are always like, "What do you love about it?" It's just,
well,
they're the guys I wish I was. They're the guys I want to be. Curb Your Enthusiasm was supposed to be that, but no, we fell short.
George Costanza, he was based on me, but my character of me was based on Kenneth and Jake from the Weekend Review show.
Yeah, another direct quote from the same issue of Time magazine, 1978. It featured George Lucas. It was a doubleheader. George Lucas and Larry David tell all. Is that one word? Tell all.
They mysteriously also had an article about some kind of time traveling journalist, like. Some time traveling Time magazine writer.
Timesmith?
I think he wrote the article that in question.
Huh.
So maybe that's why Larry David referenced our show 40 years before it happened.
Yeah, people, they were never, I mean, they overlooked it because they didn't have the internet to look things up, so they weren't like, oh, we can review, Google it, figure it, we can review. Google it, figure it out, listen to it. They're like, they had to take it on faith. You hear Larry David say, oh yeah, this is the greatest show ever, it's Weekend Review. People are just like, wow, I've never heard of that, I guess I'm not cool enough. And so for years you have this undercurrent of like this huge thing that like only the most elite in Hollywood are like privy to, and it's like, yeah, Weekend Review, the common man, again, just the serfs don't get to listen. It's totally controlled by just this oligarchy of the Hollywood princes and princesses and the kings and empires and sultans. And
it's how people found out about the Illuminati initially.
I think so.
Was them investigating Weekend Review.
Yeah.
Before it happened.
Ultimately, it
big surprise.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously? Oh, you figured it out? Good fucking job, Sherlock. Like we didn't leave clues everywhere. Crop circles? Come on. The fucking pyramids?
It's common knowledge that Rihanna was raped by a shadow demon.
Common knowledge. At least if you're in the know. Come on, you guys are in the know, like the inno, as in like you know no thing. You don't know anything, but we're in the KNOW because we know nothing or
anything.
We know everything on both sides. So my quick story. Before I came here, I was listening to music and I put on my samurai hood, so that I could stay warm, so that like it covered my. It's not a samurai hood. It's called a balaclava. Sometimes I get those words mixed up.
Baklava?
Balaclava. It's not baklava. I've been corrected. It is balaclava.
Yeah.
But I had all my shit on. I was listening to music, and my headphones were under my baklava. And my neighbor came out, and she was like mouthing stuff to me, and I was like looking at her discerningly. I was like, what the fuck? I can't read lips very well, so I was like, what the fuck is she saying? And I had to guess, and I just tried to make deaf small talk as well as I could. But I kind of wish I had just said, like, to my neighbor, in as much of a controlled tone as possible, just be like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you right now, but I'm sure you're saying something about how it's really cold out here, and I probably shouldn't be biking, maybe, but I'm listening to music right now, and so even though you're trying to take your trash out, and it is quite cold, I just wanted you to know I'm not ignoring you. Like, I wish I had said that to her.
I should have pushed her over.
Just pushed her over. Like, stop talking to me.
How dare you?
You neighbor. You neighbor. That's the other N-word that people don't want you to say anymore. Oh, you fucking neighbor. People
fucking neighbor lover.
Yeah, I used to run with a pretty cool cat, and then he started dating his neighbor. Just always so loud, never having. This neighbor would just never turn out the music. Always had like beer bottles everywhere.
My dad always told me, you ever bring a neighbor into this house, and you're not my son anymore.
At least your father was succinct with his threats and unambiguous.
Speaking of succinct,
yeah,
my real dad. I mean, my dad doesn't really like that, but for a long time,
it's an important distinction.
For a long time, my dad he bought a Brita filter, and he would talk about all the time how it made the water taste better, and how you could really tell the difference. And I'll tell him it was like a scam, and everything.
Right.
And then for like a year and a half, he ran the water through the Brita filter, and then he found out that it wasn't like installed right. It was just like going through and not filtering it. Classic.
Can you say that on the radio?
I don't know. I might have to edit this part out.
Yeah, I think you might have to. That's kind of damning evidence if that's true.
It's a classic dad story.
You don't want to make your dad seem incompetent. I mean, what are the directions like for the Brita filter? It's like open the bag that the filter is contained in, place the filter in the container. It's like 2 steps. But you're kind of trying to disparage your dad right now. And I think that you should like think twice about that as a son whose father already has very fierce feelings about neighbors and neighbor lovers, that he's like not letting you bring them into his house without disowning you, basically. I'm just trying to say, like, you know what I mean? Like you're making fun of a man who may not be stable. And you should really think about that because, like, it's been linked in studies like Harvard Business Review and shit. Like, people who are neighbor haters, like, they tend to be like those that have psychotic breaks. So, and I don't mean like, pump the brakes, you gotta slow down and explain something. I mean like psychotic breaks, like they break your femur with a hammer out of nowhere while cooking dinner because you asked a question about a soccer game that was going on in Portugal that had to be rescheduled because of a monsoon in Japan, etc.
I zoned out, man.
Is that a football term? Hey, happy Sports Bowl for everyone who watched yesterday, the big game against the Hoosier Wutsits and the Franken Tartars. I think we all saw that one pretty well. I saw it.
Hey, look, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna go on a limb right now and say I don't even care about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, none of us do. But Jake,
look, I don't even care about the Super Bowl. Look, am I the only one who doesn't care about the Super Bowl? Everybody's talking about the Super Bowl, and I don't even care.
But we all know there was a special play last night when Lamarck Jenkins went through, caught that interception at the 5-yard line. It was 4th and goal. They didn't have much going for him. The kicker was out there. He was like, well, I can do what Coach Lamont told us, or I can just go ahead and floor it like a fucker. And you know what he did?
What did he do?
He floored it like a fucker and won the game.
Fucker.
No, like a good fucker. Hey, this is Jake Cake, but he's not no pastry
chef.
Wait, no, Jake Cook. Okay. That was just an example. I'm not good with names.
It's Cake Cook.
This is Cake Cook. This is Cake Cake.
This is Cake Cook.
Cake takes the cake.
Cake boss. Cake boss.
Who?
We're back.
This is Sage Francis.
That's weekend review.
Weekend review.
When I was at the doctor's office today,
Yeah.
Kenneth.
Yes.
I
Yes, sir.
was reading a parenting magazine.
Aww.
Because you know they have a bunch of
Aw.
shitty ass magazines there.
Aw.
Speaking of Larry David.
Yeah, I've seen that episode.
Yeah.
Can I ask you about the magazine selection in the waiting room? It's a bit abysmal. Golf World from 4 years ago. I prefer something a little bit more current.
Exactly. That's how I felt. Often in situations like this, I feel like I have a little bit of Larry in me.
Ew.
A little bit of laryngitis.
Yeah, I'll say. That's why I got the mask on. Wink, wink.
It was pharyngitis, actually.
Well, you don't.
Which I don't know if I talked about what that is, but it's
Oh yeah, let's get a bit of background.
causing my throat to hurt a lot. I don't have to actually bring up the Wikipedia article again. It doesn't matter.
I mean, everyone's had
It's a swelling of the testicles.
anything
in the
that,
throat.
Anything that ends with itis is usually a swelling of.
Got
So like
itis.
a boner is penisitis.
Penisitis.
Penis. So like when you're with a girl and you're like, oh man, I'm sorry, but I've got penisitis. And she's like, oh my god, what is that? You're like, no, it's because you're hot.
It's a present for you.
I mean, what, you have penisinus? Penis Island?
Penisitis.
Penisinus? Penis anus? You
Baby,
want to?
baby, slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
What are we doing here?
I'm gonna come.
Oh my god! What? This is penisinus.
Wait. I saw this. I was reading this stupid parenting magazine.
Yeah.
And there's this article about rudeness, and it had this statistic that said 93% out of the 1,000 people surveyed feel that incivility is a huge problem in our culture.
Wait, what percent?
93%
Of 1,000?
of 1,000
That's, well, okay, 93% of 1,000. So,
Yeah,
930 people.
out of 1,000
Right.
think that everybody else is an asshole, but they're. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Well, statistically,
like,
doesn't that mean
who are they
they're-
blaming exactly?
Right. If 93% of people think that everyone else is an asshole, that means everyone else is an asshole.
That means that everyone is an asshole.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
Kind of negates itself.
It's like a survey that shows that 100% of people don't think other people are being truthful in surveys. It's like, well, what are you fuckers trying to tell us?
I think people just like to think that they're so cool and they would never be rude to anybody else, and
Yeah.
like they just miss, like, I don't know, it was all about like manners and stuff. It was like Jenny from Colorado organized a birthday party for her son and his friends.
Yeah.
And it was a drop-off party where the parents dropped off their kids.
Yeah.
And then one lady came and dropped off two of her kids.
Oh, what a bitch.
Which put the limit of party attendance just over the line.
Oh my god.
And Jenny says, "I can't believe somebody would be so rude." And that's how the article like starts out.
Hey, Jake, can you hold
It's
this?
like just pandering to stupid ass middle-aged housewives.
Can you hold this?
What is this?
This is a fucking phone.
Oh my
you better
God.
Hold this fucking phone because I can't believe what I just
Oh,
heard.
holy shit! This is heavy.
This is a really fucking heavy phone.
Oh,
So
fuck! It's hurting my hand.
You're telling me that some privilege.
Do I have to hold this?
No, I'll take it back. Oh god, this phone is so
That's right.
fucking heavy.
Hold the phone, motherfucker, because I'm about to tell you something right here.
Oh my god.
About to tell you this like right now. Put down the phone.
Okay, we can review.
Boonk.
Boonk. Oh, Jerry. I just ate a chicken.
I was doing the. I saw a pig man. It's a pig man, Jerry.
Kramer, what the fuck? That's the deleted scene.
I started doing the. I noticed that I sometimes by accident will do the Kramer slide.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's hard to resist.
when like at work or something, when I'm really busy and I'm standing at the computer and I have to go to a table that's directly next to me, I kind of the other day I did that, and a guy said, was like, "Hey man, that was pretty cool how you just like slid in like that," and I'd never noticed that I did that.
Wow.
I realized like I just did the Kramer slide, the
Yeah.
cool ass like where he's like levitating on his feet, but it's really like it's just a smooth motion. Just put your foot forward and then kind of
Yeah.
position them together. Lock 'em in.
Yeah, but haven't you heard
Looks
that song?
cool as hell.
Haven't you heard that Soldier Boy song? Let me see that slinger flag.
Slinger flied?
No, you misheard me. Let me see that Kramer slide. Let me see that Kramer slide. Soldier Boy, tell him no. Yo, Soldier
bitch,
Boy.
suck my dick.
Yeah.
Bitch, suck my dick.
Yo, Soldier
bitch,
Boy.
say suck my dick. Yeah,
Kramer
bitch, say suck my
slide.
dick.
Yo, let
Yeah,
me
bitch,
see
say
yo.
suck my dick.
You let
Yeah,
me
bitch,
see
say
yo.
suck my dick.
Yo,
Yeah,
let's
bitch,
see yo. Let me see your Kramer slide. Soldier Boy, we can review.
We can review.
So you did the Kramer slide, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty much it. I was just saying that I perfected the Kramer slide without even meaning to.
Yeah, I can't do that with my shoes. You must have slick-soled shoes. Oh, say that 3 times fast.
Slick-soled
shoes. Slick-soled shoes.
Slick-soled shoes.
Who did? Slick did. Slick-soled shoes.
Slick-soled slews.
Slick schnols moosed.
Have you heard about how McDonald's is now accepting love as payment in some select locations?
You're gonna have to clarify because the mind wanders.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's true.
Is that part of the Come in a Cup program that they instituted, or is that a different spelling and a different meaning?
It's a different thing entirely.
Oh, come in a cup.
And I think they're only doing that in Thailand.
Well, if the shoe fits, fuck it.
McDonald's is gearing up for a new promotion that will have you loving it even more. From February 2 through Valentine's Day, participating locations will allow certain customers, chosen at random, wink, to pay with lovin'. That includes selfies, high fives, hugs, and just about anything else you can think of without crossing any inappropriate lines.
No come in a cup, I guess.
Yeah, that would be crossing an inappropriate line.
Huh.
They told me that I could pay with love, and I started to suck the cashier's dick, and then I got kicked out of there.
Well, how is a selfie paying with loving? Isn't that like being a narcissistic asshole? It's like, oh sweet, I got chosen. Check it out, free food. Got my McGriddle. They're contributing to my heart failure for free.
It's kind of a very like clever way to advertise McDonald's by playing off of people's like inherent narcissism.
That's
it's like,
hilarious.
oh, you can have a free meal. All you have to do is post a picture of yourself in here.
Right.
And make sure you write hashtag McDonald's pay with lovin'. Because we're just a fun company. Isn't it cool that we're doing this?
Don't you think they probably do hashtag Ronald?
Some shit like that.
Or like Raucous Ronald or like Ronnie Raincoat or something. If it's raining. If it's a Seattle and McDonald's, do you think they do Ronnie Raincoat? Hashtag Ronnie Raincoat?
Nah, man, they had Smacky the Frog.
That is the problem. My bass player, he's going crazy. He knows all about that pentatonic scale. Pentatonic scale. Hey, stop trying to steal the show, you stupid asshole.
I saw.
I'm trying to get laid up here, and you're over there doing a better job than me, so...
Come on, let's finish this show out so I can do more heroin. Too soon.
It's never too soon to do more heroin.
Up top. I saw a commercial where a guy goes into McDonald's.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Can I get 2 hash browns and a coffee?" That's all he orders.
Right. What a douchebag, first of all.
Yeah.
What a fuckface. What a fucker. I'd have kicked that guy.
That's all he wants.
Yeah, what a bitch.
It's obviously breakfast time.
Oh, I hope so.
Why he didn't get a McGriddle is anybody's guess.
Yeah.
He's probably partially brain damaged, but
he's obviously a neighbor.
She says okay, well, you can do that, or she's like, okay, this is the form of payment we're accepting today. You have to call your mom and tell her that you love her. And then he's like, what? Oh, that's so weird. What? Okay, I guess. Yeah. All right. And then he calls his mom and says that he loves her. You know.
Yeah.
Two thoughts occurred to me.
This is a real commercial?
Yeah.
Wow. First, okay, I'm ashamed to be a member of the country that made this place, but continue.
The first thought is that if somebody was asking me to do that and all I ordered was a hash brown and a coffee, I'd be like, no, that's okay. I'll just pay the $2.15. I'm not gonna be your little monkey boy. I'll just go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and pay the $2.50 for my breakfast.
I'm
you
used
can get
to
the hell out of my face.
Yeah, the monetary transactions, kind of like what I came here for. Like I give you something, you give me something. You don't put me in an awkward position to talk to the bitch who gave birth to me, who like hates my wife and hates the fact that I experimented with men in college. I think I'll just go with what I ordered, but I'll also take a big glass of shut the fuck up.
Because it's not gonna. It's this. Believe it or not, this breakfast order is not gonna break me.
No.
But then like
it's probably going to cause a lot of like McDonald's shootings though. This idea they have, if they think they're so smart, they need to really be careful.
Well, if they asked it to me,
yeah.
If they said call your mother and tell her you love her, I'd have to be like, oh, well my mom's dead. And then they'd have to be like, okay, then it'll be $2.50.
Got you in that technicality.
It occurred to me.
Wow.
And then I have to be like, oh, I have to pay for my food just because my mom's dead? Don't I get another one or something?
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. That's the payment we're accepting today.
Dude,
Only people that can call their mother will get a free meal.
You could sue the pants off McDonald's, dude.
I know.
People would be so on your side.
Yeah, I know. It would go viral immediately.
You'd have it your way.
I just was hoping so much that I walk into a McDonald's and they say something like that to me.
Yeah.
Just so that exchange can happen.
Yeah. Go home and pet your dog.
I think they would still end up giving it to me for free.
Oh yeah, they would be so awkward and weirded out. They'd have to.
But if I acted if I acted like really indignant, then I could definitely sue them.
Oh,
and
totally.
I would have no problem suing McDonald's. Who gives a shit about them?
You're already a trust
Fucking
fund kid.
death
You might as
merchants.
well. Yeah.
It's not a trust fund. Trust fund is it's not like that. Anyway,
okay,
we didn't need to get into that.
Yeah, trust fund kid.
It's personal stuff. You want to know about that? Ask me to my face, motherfucker.
But you're gonna have to do it through the window of his Maserati that he's driving down the road while he's drinking Cristal because he's like thirsty. He's like, oh man, I'm a little thirsty. I need to go to the store.
I use Cristal to wash my car, my Maserati.
Oh, okay. I guess that's probably more legal than drinking it. But yeah, okay, that's.
I can't drink. I'm underage.
Did they up the age limit?
In some countries they did. Oh, my throat really hurts.
It's like Saudi Arabia. Do you want me to take another look?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna go back to that doctor bit we were doing earlier, but we're just not gonna actually bring out the big guns. We're just gonna do it in a purely practical way.
And I'm the nurse again, but now I'm sick and I want the doctor to look at my throat.
Open your mouth, Betty.
Okay.
Oh, actually, okay. I do. Okay, you do have some white tracks in there.
Really?
In the very, very back, yeah. How long have you been sick? Maybe
That's
you're
what I
getting
told
worse.
I've been sick.
I haven't slept for 2 days.
I've been sick
that
for
would be too long.
I've been sick for like 3 or 4 days.
Okay, so you're probably in the midst of it, so that's probably about as bad as it's gonna get.
Hopefully. I took one of these antibiotics today. I wish I could just take all of them right now.
You're gonna overdose. Don't do that.
I'm not going to. It wouldn't.
That's not how they
me.
work. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't kill you, but it'd be very bad for your gut flora. It would kill all your microbes, and then you probably would get really sick from something else.
I am allowed to take as much ibuprofen as I want, though.
I guess.
Not as much, but she told me to take 9 a day.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Or she told me to take 3 every 3 hours. No. Sorry, 3 every 6 hours. Or whatever. Something like that.
So, this is the 21st edition
What did she write?
of Weekend Review. And we've got a lot of new material that's going to be coming out. We've got new guests that are going to be coming on. Aside from Larry David, we're going to have our friend, I think, hopefully in the near future, Josh, on here to have a new segment for an idea he has. We're going to have brand new bits that blow you out of the water. Going to have new conversations about new stuff because we weren't able to talk about it in season 1 because it hadn't happened yet. You okay?
I'm good.
And so this is the begin of a new era. It's not the beginning because that's too many syllables, but it is the begin of one. And Jake, what do you have to say in these last 30 seconds?
Well, the podcast empire is really popping off, and I'm pretty sick right now. I just dosed myself with some ibuprofen, and maybe at some point I will return with a solo show. I haven't decided yet.
I would hope so. You could
maybe. I've been thinking about it.
Call it Jake Solo.
I would call it something like that. Something with the word Jake in it.
The Millennium Falcon or something. Jake Solo and the Millennium Falcon.
That's a weekend review.
Weekend review.
Thank you. All right.
Here
we go.
Weekend review.
Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Follow us on iTunes.
You've been listening to
a production of
the Podcast Empire. Spread the word.